hello. So today I'm going to be teaching you how we came across our beans cake. It is called beans cake, which is also known as moi moi. Yes, a lot of you might not understand how this is made, but I'm going to be walking you through. So first and foremost, I'm going to be showing you my ingredients. So over here you can see I have my black eyed peas, which I'm going to be using. You can use any beans of your choice. You can use the red beans or any sweet beans, whatever beans works for you. But in this case, I'm going to be going with the black eyed peas, because this is what I'm used to. Okay? So first thing first, I'm over here. I'm going to be showing you here. I do have my corned beef, which I'm also going to be using in preparation of this food. I do have my red bell peppers, which you can see. Okay, I have two of those, and I have my tomatoes, which you can see. This is what the tomatoes. I have everything here looking at me, as you can see, guys. And I have my onions. Okay, and also here I do have my bonnet pepper, which we're gonna be using in preparation of this food. Over here also I do have a fish, which I'm going to be using. This is called a Titus fish, as you can see. So this is a fresh fish. We're going to debone this fish. We're going to cook it and debone the fish. All right? And also, over here, we do have our crayfish, which we're going to be using. So a lot of people, if you're from Nigeria, you would understand what crayfish is. So this is crayfish. We're going to be using that. And also our oil. There is no food you make without oil. And also there is no food you make without your seasoning. So I'm going to walk you guys through why we prepare this delicious food. So right here, the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to go ahead and cut these beans. Come on, learn how to make our cake. Yes, so it's not only the Igbo cake, we have the African cake. And this is our own kind of African cake. Very delicious, very rich, name it. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this inside my sink. And of course, I'm going to put some water in it. Alright, so let us soak it. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get my red bell pepper. I'm going to throw them inside there. So we're going to walk through the process of trying to clean all of this. Rub them inside the water. Okay? Rub them inside the water. And then you want to do a lot of cleaning at this point. Okay? You want to process them. So here is our blender. I'm going to put this knife here. And here I got my blender. You guys know. My lovely, nice blender. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these into smaller pieces. Rub them all inside the blender. I don't know if you guys can see me. Let me take this out. Ifeanyi Nakpo is cooking beans cake. Our beans cake is very delicious. Very, very delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all of these, as you can see. Alright. And for the red bell pepper, I'm going to be dividing this into two. You want to remove the seeds, okay? You don't want to put the seeds inside the food you're making. Cleaning. You want to remove the seeds from this, okay? And I like to chop them into small bits with my hands, you know. Make it easy for the blender also, as you can see. Okay, with smiles, with so much love from your heart. Okay, then my bonnet peppers, I'm going to also get it out. Throw them all in. Alright. So here's my onions. I'm gonna go ahead, peel the onion. These ones I'm gonna put in the trash. So today I'm using a different kind of onion, as you can see. Feel free to use the onions of your choice. It doesn't matter, it can be any kind of onions, but as long as there is onion in your food, okay? So this is our onions, and we're going to go ahead and cut these into smaller parts, okay? Teaching you how to make our Nigerian beans cake. Yes, and this is the best cake you can ever eat, trust me guys. This cake is very, very nutritious, has a lot of protein in it. Yes, you guys know, okay? So this is not the flour cake. It's called the beans, and also sometimes those beans can also be processed into dried and of course into powder form. So guys, I have that inside the blender right now. So guys, so I have everything in here, like so I'm gonna go ahead and have this set aside while we begin with the base process, okay? So here I have the other food processor, and this is gonna be for the beans. All right, the beans usually you want to wash them with your hands, but I don't have the time to be doing that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go through the easy route. I'm gonna pour this inside here, the food processor, and have it do most of the work from there. Don't be lazy. You can wash it if you have the time, but no, I do not have that much of the time. Okay? At this point, I have the beans inside the food processor. This is the short round, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover this, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend this. Okay, so the goal for this is to help remove the back of the beans. Okay, so that is the goal, and that is why I have it in here. It's gonna make my work much easier and faster for you guys. So at this point, I'm gonna have this set properly in the blender, which you can see, and I'm gonna turn it on. So here we're gonna go for crush. I do have the blend and I have the dough. We're not making a dough, of course. You can blend or you can crush. Alright, remember guys, I am not blending this thing. I just want it to loosen up this a bit. So I'm going to hit it one more time. A little bit of crush and it. Turn it around. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and take this out and take this up. So you have a feel of what this looks like. As you can see, so this is what it looks like, guys. Okay, thank you. I'm going to proceed. I'm going to go put this inside the bucket and now start the washing. Most of the hard work has been done, so it shouldn't be too difficult for me. Okay, thank you. So at this point, I have the beans inside the water, and as you can see, I'm just going to go ahead, use my hand and try to wash this. Okay, so I'm going to do this until most of the work has been done, so it shouldn't be too difficult, like I said. Okay. So you can see here, we're going to go ahead and sieve it into the bowl. All right. So you can see the shaft already. This was from the blending, and from the food processor when we tried blending it. Okay. So this is one of the first. So we're going to keep doing this until the base is clean and you do not have any of this black eyed peas back on it anymore. So guys, at this point, the base is washed and cleaned. Okay, and as you can see how white and clear it is. So at this point, we're just gonna leave it in water and for a while, and have it soften up a little bit before we proceed to the blending of these beans. Guys, you're gonna love it. If you've never eaten a beans cake before, give this a shot. The Nigerian beans cake is the best beans you can ever eat, and these beans can be eaten with gari or akamu or pap. Name it, anything you want to eat it with. Yes, it goes down. It will even go down well also with custard. So whatever works for you, okay? So give this a try. And at this point, we're just going to leave this in the sink, give it time to soften up a little bit. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and grab our fish. This is also known as a Titus fish. Okay? You can use any fish that works for you, but I just like Titus fish. You want to go ahead and start processing this fish. And okay, so this, I'm not the head of state person. Head of fish, I used to have a younger sister that was head of fish, head of state. Oh my god, so I'm really not that, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop this and throw them all inside. So guys, at this point I was done rinsing the fish, which you all see. Like I threw away the head of the fish because I'm not really a head of fish person, or you call it head of state, which I'm used to addressing that. So I already have this rinsed up. I'm going to get my little pot, my small portable pot, and I'm going to be throwing this thing inside, okay? Inside this, I'm going to go ahead and add some water, okay? Because I'm going to be cooking the fish. And Then I'm gonna go ahead and get my seasoning. Okay, my Maggi bullet, chicken bullet, and I'm gonna go ahead and season to taste, and also I'm also gonna be using the fish. Alright, so season to taste, and of course my onions powder. If you know me, I'm an onions girl, so I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some onions powder on this fish and have it cook. So at this point, I'm going to put it on the fire and give it time to boil before we debone the fish. Alright. So guys, at this point, we do have the fish still boiling, as you can see. So that is still cooking, okay? And of course, we're going to be using this pot in the preparation of our moi moi. Always cook with love. Guys, at this point I'm gonna go get my egg and I'm gonna start boiling the egg. So I already have my water on the stove. I'm just gonna go ahead and place this egg gently inside this so they don't crack. You need to be very careful because these eggs, they're very easy to crack, you know. And mind you can use any egg of your choice. It doesn't have to be a white egg. But this is the one I usually use most times at home. Okay. So I'm gonna be boiling 6 eggs. And so these other 2 spare of egg, I'm gonna keep them because I'm gonna be breaking them into the beans cake. All right. So we're gonna wait and let this get boiled. All right. Also, I do have my crayfish here. As you can see, so I'm gonna go ahead and this can be cute. It's very yummy, it is nutritious, but I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this up, and I'm also gonna be adding it to the tomatoes, the pepper and the onions that we're gonna be using to make the beans cake. So you see why I said our beans cake is really yummy. It's not your Yoruba cake. This is the African cake, the best cake you can ever think about. When you eat that, you know you're eating quality, and not quantity. Yummy. So stay tuned. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this properly. This is very sweet. So I taste. Make sure the seasoning gets in good. So at this point you can adjust. You can add a little bit of salt, or you can add a little bit of this. Just gonna put a tiny bit. I don't want to put too much because I do not want it to be salty. Okay, so this is how you make your beans cake. These are the steps you take while making your beans cake. You see? Not too thick. Okay, so this is the consistency I want. So at this point, I'm gonna get my egg. Remember, guys, remember the 2 eggs that I left? I'm gonna go ahead and let me break these eggs. Okay, one moment. So here, remember the 2 eggs? I cracked them, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour these eggs inside. Oh, we'll make it. Push this apple, guys, so you can see me well. So I'm gonna mix properly and add the raw eggs into the food I'm making. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix. At this point, I'm not gonna taste it because of the raw egg. Yeah, but of course, I already know it is well tasted. So well tasty. Sorry, not tasted. So I'm gonna mix properly. And that is it. So we're gonna go ahead and work on the eggs and work on everything. So at this point, we're gonna have our corned beef over on this plate. We have our corned beef. I told you guys that this our cake, our beans cake, is very, very yummy. Okay, so we have our corned beef. This is it, and of course, I'm gonna have this Again, went ahead and I placed a little bit of oil inside here. So I'm going to be applying it on this, like this. And the reason for that is to make sure it doesn't get the moi moi doesn't get sticky to this, okay? And then it's always very easy to remove this. I'm gonna keep doing this to each and every one of them. Apply that on every angle, as you can see. So here, this is the egg. With our eggs, we're gonna go ahead and divide the eggs into two. And some people will use whole egg, but because of what I'm using, I cannot use whole eggs. So we're gonna do them half. I'm gonna be splitting these eggs into two beautiful eggs. Egg, egg, egg. Yeah. I love what I do. I love to cook. So when... Mommy? Yes, baby, I'm coming. It's 8, 7, 9. That's not gonna work. How about that? How about... I'll come help you. Hold on. Alright, so my eggs now are divided into two. I'm gonna go ahead and have them arranged in here gently. Remember, guys, if you're going to be touching things like this, you want to make sure you wash your hands. So my hands are clean. So here I have all my eggs, as you can see, split it into half. And here it is. And I have my corned beef here, okay? So let me put it on top of this place, as you can see. I have to bring this closer. And I'm going to be putting the stuff in here, okay? So let's keep these here. All right, watch me play the trick. So at this point, we have this rolling. Take this one out. So this is the moi moi. The process to make the beans cake. It's like baking a cake. But just that this is the food method of baking a cake, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in here. Already? Then I'm going to take the egg, as you can see. I'm going to give it a very nice, beautiful look. Then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and get my corned beef, a little bit of it, and have it then here to give it a nice look. So that's with that, and we're gonna go ahead and be putting this, laying this down here. All right, so we're gonna do the same to this one. Get the egg, put it down there. Get a little bit of this corned beef. Put it down there. So with this, you can use nice and yummy. So right here, we have this, if you can see what's running inside the spot. So I'm going to go ahead and get the second one that I'm going to be putting on top of this. So guys, okay, so I'm going to put it on top, as you can see. Then I'm going to go ahead and add more corned beef to this. So watch me. Please watch me. Oh, paper from the corned beef inside. So we're gonna repeat the same thing over and over. And just put them down there. I feel like it's gonna have something little remaining, however. Alright, so I just have a little remaining here. Gonna see if they're gonna fit into all of these ones. We don't want it to be too full because by the time it's poured, just a little. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the egg on each and every one of them. And here we go. A little bit of our corned beef on this. You know, when you're cooking, do it right. Make it count. Okay? This is gonna be so yummy. By the time you eat this, you're gonna be like, oh, it's the best that you've ever eaten. So this is what we're gonna be using, and I added water to this, and this is like a steam pot. Okay, so as you can see the moi moi. We already have everything all in. So for the water, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can use this water because we don't want the water to be too much. First and foremost, so we're gonna get this. And we're gonna put it on here. I want to see how far the water is gonna reach, okay? So before then, I'm gonna put this up to see. Okay, so that is good. So see the badges, okay? So this is what we have, and so we're gonna go ahead and have this covered. So the stove is already on, so I'm gonna go ahead and place this in the stove, okay? So at this point we have this on the fire and we wanna wait for it to cook. So guys, so the stove is at high. Okay. So we're just gonna be patient and it's just gonna cook with the steak, okay? Alright. Have the meat, the fish, which is already the bones, and we have the egg, okay, which is already boiled and hardened. So that's for that, and of course we have the crayfish, which I'm also going to be blending. Already. So guys, at this point I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this, okay? So we'll blend the tomatoes, the peppers.
I will do myself.
Shh, I'm on the phone. The tomatoes, the pepper, and all the stuff. I don't want you on my video, that's why.
I will do it myself.
So right here we have this blending of the tomatoes. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add the crayfish, okay? Take this out a little bit, and I'm gonna be. JJ, no.
I heard.
Sorry, what happened? Alright.
I struck something in there.
Oh, don't mess with that, okay? Please, so you don't hurt yourself. That's sharp. Please don't go near that. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this again. With the trifish. I'm gonna grind this until it's smooth, as you can see, smooth as much as you want it, or you can. All right, so I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop these and try it again. Turn it on. So this is the base, the white the base. Okay. So this is it. Like I said, if you've not tried our Nigerian beans cake, you are just starting. Okay? Our beans cake is one of the best beans cake you can think of ever. It's very healthy, very nutritious, and it's one of the beans of bomb. Okay? So right now we're blending the beans. You want to blend the beans until it's like super smooth. Okay? So guys, at this point, we are still very much blending. Like I said, you have to blend until this thing is super smooth. Yes. And dancing blender. I love to cook. Okay? I love to cook. So at this point, this is blended enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this blender out and put it here. And of course, I'm gonna be saying, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour what I've blended into the mixture of the. Ooh, God, I just made a mess, guys. Moi. Called moi. We're gonna have to blend them. Alright. So scrape it good. Scrape it good. Alright. So I'm gonna be using this blender later to blend the one for the akara that I want to bake or fry. So here I have a mixture of everything, as you can see. The tomatoes. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and get my fish. You remember my fish, guy? The deboned fish, and I'm going to go ahead and pour it all inside. Okay, and that's that one. Then I'm going to get this is the broth from the fish. I just want to make sure there's no bone in it. And I'm gonna, if you have like a chicken broth, use it. But this is my fish broth, so just gonna make sure there's no bone in it. And add that. Nothing is wasted, guys. Nothing. Okay. So we're gonna mix that. I'm gonna go ahead and get my oil. So use any oil of your choice. You can use extra virgin oil. You can use any oil of your choice. So in this case, I'm going to be using extra virgin oil. And I'm just going to go ahead and put enough. Alright. I don't want it to be over greasy. But of course, you want to put enough oil. Alright, if you can see what I'm doing. Then at this point, I'm going to get my seasoning. Alright, my seasoning. I'm going to open this. Remember to always wash your hand before you start. So I'm going to go ahead, sprinkle, and taste. Alright. I'm going to mix this up. And I'm going to taste it. Very good. So at this point, the cake has been cooking or baking or however you wanna say it. Okay. So let's go ahead and see our good work and what we are doing. Okay. So here. Okay. So let's see our hard work, what we have all made together. So this is what the cake is beginning to look like. Well, big. It's still very much hard, guy. So you can as well use your fork, a clean fork, and poke. Okay, just like when you're baking cake also, to make sure this is ready. So this is gonna be a kind of a really soft moi moi. Okay, so far this is okay. So you want to wait. You're gonna go ahead and turn off the stove. Okay, and of course I'm going to wait until it is cold. It's pretty much hot, so I don't want to touch it. I like my body a lot. So guys, that is it. So this is what our beans cake looks like. Okay, delicious. So this is what the end result of the beans cake looks like. It's really hot. Usually you want to wait for it to get cold a little bit and then you go from there. But because this is hot, it's still kind of soft. But this is so yummy, delicious. Tastes really good. So give it a try. Yummy, the best. All right, ciao. Enjoy. You have a good day. Thank you. Hope you learn and hope you're able to put this into practice. All right, ciao.